Hi everyone, Radhe Radhe. So this video is going to be about the power of ruminating. It is so powerful. It is so amazing. Ruminating. We are constantly, all day long, from the moment we wake up, not even from the moment we wake up, all through the night as well, 24/7, even through the night, in our dreams, in our whatever, we are ruminating about things that are going wrong, what this person said to us that was wrong, what this person did to us that was wrong, what we did that was wrong, how things never work for me, how things are always going wrong for me. Even people who are very positive, like I used to consider myself very positive because I would say, like, I was working myself out, like, for the last 7 years, I've been on this journey very actively trying to shift myself out of that. And I would still do that all the time, and my mind would just go there. And then many times I had this thing, even like if I watch videos of myself a few years ago, 2 years ago or something, or even last year, I was happy that I was thinking through things and I was writing them. And my big thing was that I would just write it so that next time if I was ruminating on whatever went wrong, I would keep ruminating, but I would go to the next stage. If I didn't write it down, then I got stuck there. But if I wrote it down, I went to the next stage, which was great. So, but I was ruminating and ruminating and ruminating on that, thinking that that will solve the problem. And yeah, maybe it does solve the problem at times. But what I have come to realize now is there is a better way. You have to shift yourself completely out of that paradigm of ruminating over the negative things, over the things that are just you do get clarity over the situation. Your problem set becomes crisper. My problem set used to become very crisp. I was like, yes, this is the problem. And it would take me months of ruminating over it. Sometimes I would lose hours just thinking about the same problem. And I would think and think and think, and the problem would become very clear. After 2 months, 3 months of ruminating over it, the problem would become clear. But now I'm trying this new paradigm out, which I didn't have access to at this time. And hopefully me sharing this with you will allow you to have access to it. I don't know how easy or difficult it would be, but like hopefully it would be faster, even if it's not instant. And hopefully it'll just be instant. It might just be like this. Okay, yeah, I can do that. So I'm literally spending time all day long thinking about what I want. Thinking, not, and I think the difference for me earlier was that thinking about what I wanted, like at that time I wanted health and money and relationships and all of that, and I would think about that, but it wasn't sustaining me. I didn't want it desperately enough for me to think about it. People do want it desperately enough to be able to think about it, but I didn't. What I want now is my connection with God. So I'm able to think about that. It's so much easier for me to think about that because it's like really intense desire for me to have that. So whatever it is that your desire is, just think, just take that thing and think about it. Like, what can I do? Like, if it's let's say if you want, what can I do about it? And I do think about that as well, even now. But my goal is not that. Like, my goal is not that I want to be healthy and that's it. My goal is I want to be healthy so that I can serve you, God, like that kind of thing. So that brings the extra juice in it for me so that I have that passion for it. Because I'm like, there is a deeper meaning for me. But if it sustains you, if it's great, then yes, think about that, and that will give you what you want. Like, you will get what you want. The only thing is you have to ruminate over it, not in terms of the victim mode, like, oh, nothing works for me, but ruminate over it, like, what can I do now? What should I do? What do I want? And in my case, it's like I'm just thinking about, like, God, please help me feel your shelter. Please help me feel your love. And I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking about things about how God loves me, and I'm thinking, like, being grateful. That's another thing that you can ruminate on, is how grateful you are and how sacred every moment of your life is. It is sacred. We miss things. We just miss things so much. There's so subtle things that happen in our lives that are so powerful. you know little things, like I went to the temple yesterday evening because I didn't feel like doing anything. I didn't feel like studying, listening to lectures, even doing kirtan. I didn't feel like doing anything. I didn't feel like nothing. So I was like, okay, what do? I didn't feel like doing anything actively. So I was like, okay, let me go to the temple. It's Sunday evening. People come there. It's a nice time to go there. Every time I go there, I end up something good ends up happening. And I did go there. I went there and I met this girl. I had known her. I started talking to her, and we had a really nice conversation. She told me about her life. I told her about the breakthroughs that I had had, which I shared with her, and she was grateful for that. So it was very nice. And then I met another girl, and I was talking to her, and we decided to do something together. We planned it out. We were like, okay, let's have a call this morning, and it didn't work out this morning. We weren't able to talk, and I was able to understand. So for me, the breakthrough. So these both of these were like really cool. Like one I was building a relationship, one I was like potentially creating something with someone, and it didn't work out, and I realized that it might not work out, but that's okay. That was a breakthrough also for me to get to the place where I realized it might not work out, because earlier I would have tried to push for it to work out, like, no, I need to make this happen, I need to. And now I was like, okay, if it's not working out, it's fine, I can let go. So that was a breakthrough. So me going to the temple yesterday was magic in my life, even though it seems nothing, and even though if I hadn't been in this active rumination gratitude kind of mode, I would have missed it. But now it's like, no, that was so magical, because now I up leveled. I understood when not to push, and when to pursue things, and when to let go. I understood the nuance of, like, not be don't be pushy, and don't be imposing on other people. Let people be. Let people be where they are, and don't try to push people where they're not. Yeah, and then this other girl, hopefully I was a vessel of growth for her, because she said that I was. She said, thank you, Krishna sent you to me, because you helped me. And so that's great. So okay, so ruminate over things that you're grateful for. Ruminate over things that are sacred in your life, which is like so many moments, if you allow yourself to see them. If you allow yourself to see just how much God loves you, you will, or the universe loves you, you will be able to see them. So just think about it constantly. How much I'm loved, just how much I'm loved. It's so amazing how much I'm loved. And think about this over and over again. This is so good. How is it possible for someone to love me so much? Think about it from in terms of human beings. Think about it in terms of God. Think about it in terms of family members, friends, whoever. Notice the little things that they're doing for you, and ruminate over how grateful you are that you are so loved. And the next step is then think about, how can I be a vessel of love to them? Think about, what can I do for people? And so when you get into this ego mode, like, this person didn't do anything, this person didn't do this thing, switch your mind and think about somebody else. Just, you don't need to ruminate over that person. You don't need to ruminate over that person. Shift your paradigm out of where you are. Shift your level out of where you are. Be at a completely different level. And that understanding of that level will come on its own. That came for me on its own, because there was something that there was someone in my life who I was feeling very gaslighted by for years, and I was feeling very small around them, and I felt it. Even when I was with them, like, um, it was a friendship, but like it I didn't understand it the whole time. I kept ruminating and kept thinking about that, like, the hurt that I was feeling, and rightly too. I mean, it's not that I was not rightly hurt. I was being gaslighted. I was feeling hurt, and it was true, but I wasn't able to stop until I shifted my paradigm. And then until I kept on, every time I was thinking, I was like, okay, I need to move out of that into something else. I need to think about what I'm grateful for. I need to think about how much God loves me and how much other people love me, and I just need to move myself out of that. And then I was able to very clearly see that I was being gaslighted. Then I was clearly able to see that, because I moved myself out of that. Like, I was spinning my wheels while I was there, but then when I moved out of it, then I stopped spinning, and I was able to see it from a higher level. I was able to see the bigger picture from a higher level. So yes, shift yourself out of the paradigm you're in by ruminating over things that are going well, or things that you want, or and trust also. For me, it was like I wasn't able to ruminate. I knew that I'm supposed to ruminate. I've known this for 7 years that I'm supposed to ruminate over things that are good, but I wasn't able to do it. And trust that you will be able to find something that you're passionate enough about, that you will be able to shift yourself out of that. So even that, just even that, it's not even that, it's not a small thing, it's not even like in just that or even that, it's a huge thing. Trusting that you will figure it out, whatever it is, whenever you're feeling pain about something, even if like, just trust you will figure it out. Trust that you will figure it out whenever the time is right. Okay, that's it for this video. Wish you a day filled with just shifting paradigms. By the way, I'm going to be creating a course. It's going to be a free 3-day course, and it's going to be in mid-July. So you're welcome. It's going to be on Facebook, so you're welcome to join my Facebook group. If you want, you can put comments, and I will send you the link of my Facebook group. So yeah, you'd be able to do this course, and that'll be about this identity shift and limiting belief shift and breaking glass ceilings and that kind of stuff. Okay. Yeah, wish you a day filled with lots and lots of shifting paradigms. Radhe Radhe.